Hello, this is Cynthia Fick, and this is the June 17th stock market update. Well, last week I told you that I'd finish telling you why I thought the stock market is going up right now. It seems a little bit surprising to most of us. So last week we discussed, tariffs seem to be kind of ho-hum. Everybody thinks that's going to be resolved and not lead to a recession. Then I also mentioned baby boomers. They control 80 trillion of our nation's wealth, and they're spending money like crazy, and even giving money to their children so they can spend money and buy houses and pay their rent and things like that. And that has kind of held up our economy and a lot of sectors of the market that are doing really well. So we went into a little bit more depth on that. Now, here's another reason I think the market is going up. I think growth is actually going to be a little bit higher than anybody's expected, probably because of productivity due to technology. And believe it or not, artificial intelligence will help us be more productive. And if anybody is, concerned about what's happening right now between Iran and Israel, on when we first heard the conflict on last Friday, the market dropped pretty significantly in one day. Somehow over the weekend, they sorted through that information and the market was up on Monday. So these kind of events don't seem to be able to take the market down, and that means that's a pretty strong rally. And I'd say I'm going to end with this and show you a chart. This is what historically I told you about it, Matt has told you about it in the last few weeks. In May, there was a signal that went off, one of many bullish, meaning positive signals for the stock market that went off. It's called the Zweig breadth thrust. It's only happened 5 times since 1970. And I'm going to show you a chart of what happens in the stock market after we have the breadth thrust. Let me share that with you. Okay, so this is the S&P 500 performance after a Zweig breadth thrust happens. Like I said, it's been happened 5 times. The last 4 are right here. The one we just recently went through was in May. So it just shows you what happens during these periods of time after that thrust. 3 months down the line, 6 months, 1 year, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are, not made up numbers. This is all historical information. And it shows you that the average and the median, I'm just going to use the median percentage up. The S&P is up after this Zweig breadth thus happens. 3 months, the average, the market's up 9.95. 6 months, 10.38. 1 year, 17.35. 2 year, 31%. 3 years, 43%. 4 years, 74, and 5 years, 79. Those are all the median numbers. And will that happen again? None of us can be sure. This is just kind of speaks to probabilities. And I assure you, of course, not everything goes up like that, but a lot of things will. I assure you that we're going to be watching over, and if anything changes or this 5th time doesn't hold true to all the historic times it's happened in the past, we will adjust accordingly. But these are the reasons I think the stock market will continue to go up. Doesn't mean straight shot up, and there's going to be a lot of volatility. But this is what we're basing that on. Hope you have a good week, and we will talk to you next Tuesday.